In Washington, not every political moment begins with a speech or a decision. Some begin quietly, with a post, a reaction, and a sudden shift in attention. This is one of those moments. A video linked to President Trump surfaced online and spread rapidly. Within hours, it became a topic inside newsrooms, political offices, and private conversations across the Capitol. The post did not remain public for long. It was removed. No detailed explanation followed, but by then, the reaction had already begun. In modern politics, removal does not mean erasure. It often means acceleration. What matters first is not interpretation, but timing, and this moment arrived during an unusually crowded political week in Washington. Several major policy debates were already underway. Attention was limited, and attention in politics is a finite resource. The White House acknowledged awareness of the situation during routine press interactions. Officials stayed within prepared language. No extended statement followed, and that restraint was noticed. In Washington, what is not said often carries strategic weight. Lawmakers responded unevenly. Some addressed the story directly, others redirected attention elsewhere. Several senior figures declined comment entirely. Silence in this case became part of the story. News outlets framed the story differently. Some highlighted the content, others focused on the speed of its spread. The variance shows how narrative often precedes verified facts. Audiences on social media responded in real time, sharing, commenting, and debating, often before full verification. Distinguishing confirmed information from speculation is increasingly difficult in the digital age. Analysts caution careful evaluation. This story shows how attention can amplify even minor events into major discussions. Political calendars are crowded. Policy debates, hearings, and upcoming elections all influence how stories are received. Strategists note that timing often matters more than content when stories go viral. Several influential figures shape the narrative quietly through statements, silence, and strategic communications. Each action or non-action sends signals to the media, to lawmakers, and to the public. Media outlets balance urgency with verification. Some push updates rapidly, others prioritize analysis. The divergence between speed and accuracy defines modern political coverage. Public reactions are shaped both by content and the surrounding commentary. Echo chambers can amplify specific interpretations of events, reinforcing existing beliefs. Lawmakers' attention is split among multiple priorities, affecting how quickly they respond publicly. Statements are often calculated, some immediate, some delayed depending on strategy. Choosing not to comment can itself send a message. Analysts track such signals carefully. Political analysts examine timing, phrasing, and omissions to understand intentions. Even minor events can have outsized influence if they align with key moments on the political calendar. Public attention is finite, and stories compete for it, creating cycles of focus and fade. Some news organizations emphasized context, others focused on controversy. How each outlet frames the story shapes public perception before facts are fully verified. Different framing can influence which aspects of the story gain traction, guiding the audience's focus subtly but effectively. Political analysts note that early narratives often solidify even before full confirmation. Timing and framing matter as much as content itself. Understanding these patterns helps viewers differentiate between confirmed events and amplified speculation. On social media, audiences respond instantly. Likes, shares, and commentary spread interpretations faster than official statements. These reactions create feedback loops where public perception reinforces coverage and vice versa. For lawmakers, timing, phrasing, and choice of response are carefully considered, balancing public perception and legislative priorities. A brief statement or silence can shift attention without adding new facts. Stories that coincide with key legislative or political moments gain momentum faster than others. Even minor events can appear major when attention is focused elsewhere, creating the impression of disproportionate impact. The 24-hour news cycle amplifies immediate reactions, pushing stories into discussion faster than they can be fully analyzed. This acceleration challenges audiences to filter fact from speculation carefully. Every word, pause, and omission sends signals. Analysts track these to understand political priorities and alliances. Signals are subtle but influential, shaping both media coverage and public perception. While immediate policy changes are unlikely, attention shifts can influence which issues dominate the legislative agenda. Understanding these dynamics is key for those following political developments closely. Observers will monitor further statements, clarifications, and potential shifts in strategy. Every subsequent comment may either reinforce or redirect the emerging narrative. The story may fade quickly, or it may influence broader political discourse over days or weeks. The difference depends on media amplification, public interest, and strategic responses. Public focus is limited. Competing stories determine which events dominate attention. Coverage choices influence how audiences interpret and prioritize events. Lawmakers and officials plan responses to maximize effect and minimize controversy. Small actions, carefully timed, can influence public discussion more than lengthy statements. In short, the story is a lesson in timing, framing, and attention management in politics. Confirmed facts, strategic silence, and public perception all intertwine to shape the narrative. Future developments may provide clarity or may create new layers of complexity. The story continues to evolve. Observers and analysts remain attentive to every update. We will continue to report confirmed information as it emerges, keeping coverage clear and balanced. For accurate, unbiased updates on U.S. politics, subscribe to Flashpoint News. Thank you for watching.